So the tier 10 Salem, it's a Des Moines copy, but that's where a lot of the similarities stop. Her guns are the same as Des Moines. They have pretty good reload and stuff like that. But she has a different radar suite. It doesn't last as long, and the range isn't as good. It does have a special super heal, which is nice, which is sexy.
It's just basically a regular heal that heals more, right? It doesn't heal more citadel damage on that.
I thought it did.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't think it
I
does.
don't think it does.
Okay.
It just generally heals more.
Either way, it's a tank. You think of it as a tankier Des Moines. Now, if you look at the consumables, you can see you can only choose between radar or hydro. That's an interesting conundrum because the radar, like I said, doesn't have the range, and obviously doesn't have the duration either. So, especially in COTS, we see some people that like to use hydro on maps like Estuary, for example, because the hydro has a bigger impact. But for the most part, people still generally go for hydro. Aside
Radar.
from that, or sorry, radar.
Radar,
Thank you. Aside from that, she's still a very comfortable ship to play, and all that good stuff. So let's take a look at the build. You've
The
got
big difference is like you don't have access to the unique upgrade that Des Moines has.
this is true. This is true. So you can't do the scooty thing quite like you would with the Des Moines. That is true. So your build, you've got main armaments mod 1, engine room, aiming systems, propulsion, concealment, and main battery. In a random battle, this all makes perfect sense. In a competitive clan battle, the only thing to think about is possibly changing your main battery mod 3 to range module instead. You also have the feeling it's a slightly quicker reload than Des Moines? Really? I thought they were the
It's-
same.
They're the same. They are 100%
Yeah, they're the same on
Yeah.
paper.
Okay.
It comes down to your comfort level too. Like the
Mm-hmm.
shells do get floaty if you extend the range.
So, in competitive range, to allow you to shoot over islands for free.
Depends. You take it
Yeah.
on a couple of maps. Like if you, we don't have to have that discussion.
Right. But other than that,
competitive Des Moines player.
Like I always say, having more range is nice, but if you don't hit it at the
don't
range,
need
it's
it.
pointless.
It's
Mm.
90% of the time you don't need it, and anybody saying you need it in randoms is wrong. I will not
Yeah.
back down.
no, I completely agree. Randoms, I would totally take reload.
Anybody who's like, I need range, either plays on the Asia server and is full of copium, or they're just playing it wrong. So either way, they're playing it wrong.
Asia server is already kind of cringe, so
I mean, and honestly, they're wrong anyway. It's just people being people.
I mean, they did come in
Alright,
second
sorry about
place for
that.
King of the Sea and get 3 slots for internationals. Heyo!
Hey, nice on them. Damn, their first place team got washed.
Vor did get washed, although part of that is
Yeah.
because they took a banned ship into their own game. Oops. Anyways,
Did they take their own band ship?
I don't know. I think it was the enemy's banned ship. It would be hilarious if it was their own.
Before.
Because that has happened before, that is true. Now, we do know from Hujam's comments that this is going to be Halsey. So you get buffed, grease the gears, you get consumables, you get superintendent, concealment, buffed gun feeder, adrenaline rush, and top grade gunner. This is everything that you would want to take. Even if it was one of the does, it's fine. This is a fine build.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
see anything
fine.
wrong.
I see two things you could possibly change.
Ah.
The one is the heavy AP dropping for maybe survivability expert,
I agree.
and the other one is like a lot of
I would-
people might want priority target instead of
I
the
was
consumable
gonna say
specialist.
that. I do not see any value in consumable specialist, and knowing how many angry people are around the corner is a very useful skill.
Okay, fair enough. And I would agree with you. I like priority target better than consumables, personally.
I can see the consumables maybe a bit more if it was actually spec for the Des Moines
Mm-hmm.
with the
Radar and
that
hydro.
actually
Yeah.
has more duration too
Mm-hmm.
and more range.
Okay.
For the Salem specifically, if you take radar, I
Ah.
don't think you need to extend the radar duration.
Hujam is too good of a player to use priority target. He simply tells us all to get good.
Okay. I always say priority target is not knowing about who is shooting at you. It's
Alright.
about knowing
It's
who
about
is
the guy
not.
who isn't. Yes, yes, we totally agree. And that's why I love fucking smashing people who are so full of themselves. They think there isn't one more battleship looking at them.
That's right. Also, watch your language, please, because I want to put this on
Sorry.
YouTube later. But you're absolutely correct, though. For me, priority target is how effed am I about to become. It has nothing to do with who's shooting at me. It tells you when I need to go dark. It tells me when I need to back off. And in a case where I'm chasing down a destroyer, it tells me when they're firing their torpedoes at me, because it goes from 1 to 0 to 1 again. And I go, LOL, let me turn 90 degrees and laugh.
Yeah.
So, that... Hey, Squiz. So that's why I like doing that. This is the WoW shipbuilder. I'll paste that into chat here. You can, this is a direct link, but you can play around with it. There's plenty of resource here for you. Anyways, this might be a more ideal build as a generalist build, but hey, whatever. You went into you went into consumables and heavy AP. Fine, fair. Let's see how
Yeah,
you
works.
use it. It's a random battle, dude. So if it's a random battle, you'll probably make it work
Anything
no matter
goes.
what. Now, you are choosing not to wear protection, my friend. Very interesting. No Juliet Charlie here, so you could possibly detonate. You do have heal boost, a speed boost, and then consumable boost. Consumable boost is nice to get your heals back again quickly, but that's about it for the Salem, in my opinion. You are an AP purist, so you're not planning on spamming HE at all, so these flags aren't useful. Okay, whatever. Ramming flag is nice. That's about
flag
it.
is nice. AA flag is not bad.
Anti-air flag, I like to take the anti-air flag because it just wards off the carriers. If I'm running the flag, carriers don't show up. If I turn the flag off, I get like 2 in a match, and I'm like, WTF.
Like, it isn't huge on regular cruises, but reducing the fire duration by 6 seconds and taking the signal flag is never bad. If you want to run some more.
Yep. Fire extinguishing is good. But hey, it's a random battle. Hujam is obviously conserving flags. It's fine. So let's get into the game. AA flags working as umbrellas. Yes, exactly, Coughlin. Exactly. So this is a tier 10 game. You're top tier because there's tier 8 full beta, LOL. That's actually still a threat for you because he doesn't care about your anti-air. Okay.
It's true. The skip bombers can drop from outside.
Yep.
The rockets are immune.
Yep.
So it would only be useful against the torpedoes, maybe a little bit, I guess.
Even if you're camping, though, especially if you're camping, the torpedoes are a problem. So, Chikishima Colombo battleship-wise, problematic. Moskva Stalingrad Yoshino. Oof. Gearing Lushun. And U-25-1. You probably don't care about the Lushun, but the gearing could be a problem.
I'd be more
And then
complaining
just
about.
spawn on the A cap on this map.
Yeah.
I always
Never
spawn
get
on
that
C when I
spawn.
play a cruiser. Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice. You have cover and right directly in front of you. Enjoy it.
That's the map I got my highest damage ever on. Good map.
Yeah, Lushun is annoying. True. Turning south here.
I mean, despite the memes, playing up north tends to be not the greatest choice, so I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, the problem is you get stuck on the north side, right?
Yeah, you do, and you get nowhere to go. It's better to have people pushing into you or be able to push into them than it is to sit behind an island and do nothing for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Hujam is getting into a position where he might be able to come around this island and radar the enemy. Oh, there's the gearing. So the Shimikaze bumps him. He is not unique upgrade gearing, because, you know, they only do that in COTS. Lol.
I do not like what you're doing.
Setting broadside to Monarch, Tsukishima, Stalingrad, Yoshino?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong there at all. He's got priority fire. Oh, wait, he doesn't.
You've seen me do something to a Salem doing this. That's all I'm gonna say.
So the difference is, what Hujam is used to doing is he knows about how long it takes for enemies to change targets and start shooting. So he automatically is used to moving and dodging. And that's what
Absolutely.
you saw there, which is fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just I manage risk at the very highest level. That's my only gripe. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong.
Here's the where the priority target really provides value.
Turning
If you do
back
this
in to
kind of
shoot more.
stuff,
Ugh.
like if you see priority target 1, you
Yep.
can stay in this position and keep shooting. If
If
you
it
see
says
priority
6.
target 5, you wanna go dark.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, Hujam is assuming he's got priority target 5 anyway and going dark.
Of course.
So why did you decide to come out to the middle like that? You have like 16-kilometer range, and no sane person would be trying to YOLO down mid that early.
Hmm. So, in other words, stay behind that lip where it's safe and just shoot for free?
Or just go out to C3, C4 area and farm the ships that go up there.
Well, that's the north side, and we all agreed that they stall out there and can't do crap after a while. But I agree with
Well-
you, though. Like, that's an option, too.
I mean, you're the whole reason they're stalling out. You can also walk in the middle and just AFK.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally spent about.
Honestly, you could probably
28
take B given both
Yeah,
teams.
I was like, with how this is going, like actually going towards B and camping that island on the B cap here might not be the worst idea.
No, that was only half a joke. Like that. Unironically, I think I would be going
Yep.
there.
This spot outside the B Island is actually a pretty good, powerful spot for a Salem or Des Moines. And then you just, like you said, you walk into the B cap if it's free. Who died there anyway? Oh, in Georgia? Eesh.
Yeah, if you went up north at the very start, you would probably be at 30k right now.
Yeah, because you'd just be spamming whatever Stalingrad, gearing, Iowa.
Yeah. It's not very like innovative, but it works.
I would be worried about what would happen after that 30k though, just given how many people they have pushing.
Yeah, I don't like going there now because like your team is already getting
I wouldn't
out
either.
there. So you going in there is
So you're like, now there's a terrible time to go. Hujam's like, well,
Like,
hold
no,
my
the
beer.
commentary is don't do what I'm doing.
It looks
I love it.
fine.
Also, aim for things farther away. You can arc over the islands that way.
Yeah. Who's actually a threat to you?
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Like, this stalling rod literally gifted him.
Dead ahead.
And then, who else is gonna farm you? Iowa's probably never gonna hit your Citadel.
Camera
Monarch
targeting
is-
issues.
Yeah, he said something about having camera targeting issues. Yeah. I think it's more of a shooting AP into a angled Stalingrad issues.
The first shot was unlucky. He just dove into the water. Now
Hey,
this
that
is where you
happens
push that,
sometimes, yeah.
HE.
And he's about to beach, so now you can keep shooting AP, I guess, because you can take the time to.
Honestly, a lot of the time, like you can keep shooting AP a surprising amount of time, and
Yeah.
especially the Des Moines. Like,
Mhm.
even if somebody is perfectly like bow or like stern into you,
I think you'd want to be aiming a little bit higher and a little bit farther to the
you want to
right.
hit the superstructure.
Yep,
yeah.
exactly.
Actually, I would just aim for his stern here because
That's what I'm
the
saying.
angle you can
If you hit the
penetrate.
if you hit the flat bits,
Hit the flat part of his
Stalinrod
butt.
stern is,
aim for the flat bits.
Stalinrod stern is round.
There's a flat
That
bit
doesn't work.
somewhere. You can't angle a circle.
Yeah. Tell that to the last guy who tried that in a Salem when he tried to penetrate the Stalin's ass and cross.
All those shots going in the water in front, that's just a skill issue, Hujam.
Yeah.
You see, if you would have taken priority target, this wouldn't have been an issue. Just saying.
Didn't you know the actual reason we take party target? Hello.
No, but honestly, if you look at the minimap, you are aiming too low here.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you aiming for him? I just go for Yoshino. This guy's gonna give more damage. And more importantly, you're actually gonna do something.
Yeah.
Drive up and around.
Like SAT, there are some people out there who still try to save teammates. Like it's not working, obviously, but it was an attempt.
Grunty
have a
totally
family
does not
friendly
speak from
comment about that.
experience on this.
Yeah. The problem is, you're just attempting. Like, it's a 14-kilometer destroyer. Like, even John, John Ruthless is gonna struggle hitting
No,
destroyer.
no,
That-
like, yeah, that's not a shot worth taking.
yeah.
All
like,
right.
You're literally wasting your time there.
Now you're moving forward into an Iowa and the Yoshino.
Yeah, see, I know, we always say shoot the DD. There are limits to that statement. Like, if you're in a
Yeah.
battleship, yes, you take that shot. But
If you're in a cruiser and you've got the opportunity to take advantage of shots on other cruisers that are broadside to you, I would do that over a destroyer. At that range.
also, if you have nothing else to shoot at,
Easily.
tends to be the second half of that statement.
Yep. Oh, aiming
Like-
a little bit too low again. You see those shells dipping
Yeah.
too low.
Yeah,
I
a
would
lot
say
of
it looks like the Citadel hunting in general, like, aim is just a tiny bit low. Like,
Mhm. Yep.
let shills dip into Citadels, don't hunt them.
Yep.
Like it might sound a bit rude, but like it's know your limits. If you know you're not gonna be able to hit those shells that destroys at 14 kilometers,
Don't
there's
take the
no
shots,
point
good hard.
taking them.
I'm also pausing in here for a second because if you look at it, you're already aiming too far behind.
Yeah, that's way behind and a bit low.
You have the right idea, but you aren't hitting the shots that you need to.
Setup's good, you need like a half a ship length more.
Yeah, yeah. If you want superstructure. If you want to aim for the rear, that's okay too, but I'd want to be closer to try to aim for the rear for that.
Infrastructure's a bigger target.
Exactly, exactly. At longer range, super is better. Okay, well, fortunately for you, the Yoshino wants to die, so go kill him. Oh, look, two citadels.
Problem solved, sir.
Ah,
Why does it feel laggy?
laggy? Doesn't feel laggy at all.
Not your stream, the replay.
Your German internet.
Like the ship is jittering. Like Yoshino was completely jittering.
I didn't see it. Skill issue.
Looks fine.
Alright, I looked away. I'm playing a game. With things.
Looks fine.
We do
Oh,
some-
what
I'm
a
having
gift.
to watch the replay between salvos.
What a gift from this Gearing. I hope you complimented him.
What a nice guy.
Right? Seriously. All the potential damage and none of the
and he
actual
left you a-
damage.
And he left you.
And he left you cover.
Right?
Wow.
That's a true teammate. He's just on the wrong team.
All right, now,
You should have been so dead.
unpopular opinion, but right now, actually, you could just walk away from the Monarch and go into the A cap. I mean, like,
No.
no?
No. We game.
Press the issue because you're winning handily. Got it. Okay.
It's a monarch. You can win against a monarch.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
It's
That
our
amount of-
monarch.
At that amount of hit points,
That's-
assuming the Monarch is gonna shoot HE like every Monarch does.
Go for it. What are you hiding here before?
Let the heel tick up.
Boo.
Come on. I actually agree
press
with
W.
Thujam slowing down here.
I mean, I do too. We're
No.
just messing at this point.
No, you go full forward. No, you're wasting your heal here.
That's right.
Survival rating matters.
That's right. The historical Monarch.
You could have gone into the smoke though.
Yeah, this is why I would go for it. Look where his turrets are going.
Hold on a
His-
second.
That turret was pointed that way.
I need to
His
see
turrets were
something.
pointed to the right the entire
Look-
time.
Look how close you are to the smoke. I mean, like, hello?
It wouldn't have done anything anyway
Hello?
because the smoke fire is like
Seth.
Yeah.
Way
can you
high.
can you please check that Monarch if he's flying the paid actor flag?
I was so happy they added that.
I love that flag so much. Let's take a look.
Like, Hujin, how much did you pay them? Confess.
But yeah, this is why I would have not waited for the heal and discharge out, because realistically, when a monarch is turning left, where do you think his guns are pointing?
To the right, yeah. He's not running
Yeah.
any of the special flags, Sag.
He's undercover paid actor. Okay.
He's undercover paid actor. While all the penetration is on his upper belt, LOL, he's actually still going to be able to get his turrets around. You will need to deal with
The ship is on fire.
angling. Okay, there you go. There you go. He shot HE.
I
And this is where we forget you have AP, HE again.
just
Also,
had them.
Zoom out here.
That's so-
Ramming would be fine. Zoom
So
out here. You two.
dominant.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no need to.
There you
You
go.
do not have to zoom in at all here.
Well, now's the part
Third
where you
person
drop.
looks cool.
That's the part where you drop ASW on him because what else can you? There's nothing else you can do about it. The paid actor flag is the one that's the like a theater one. So there's like the smiley face and the sad face, you know, like the theater masks.
So to summarize this game, you got preferential spawns, preferential opponents.
Ow!
You also know you can disable his turrets with AP that close. Well, yes.
You could leave him alive.
So, you know, whatever.
De-gun him.
And then his secondaries kill you, and then you're just
Dab
like,
on him.
come on. 202,500 damage, 1.76 million potential damage, and this Shikishima is just sailing
on
off
the border.
on the border, trying to save his star. Go ahead and heal. Could I would say now's the time for you to use your defensive anti-air. Just shoot the air around you.
Spotter plane.
Heck, you can't. Salem doesn't have one. I hate that I know that.
Uh-huh. The Pobeda never came over here.
Oh yeah, what happened to the block beta? I forgot that was a CV game.
I love when these happens, right? And you're just like, there was a carrier in this game? Look at, I think he died in like J56 or something. Victorio, thank you for the follow. So let's go ahead and take a look at this ridiculous battle that you had, and I understand why you put it in Epic. But hopefully we gave you some feedback either way, Hujam. First place.
I mean, the most amount of feedback is just you don't have to spend that much for paid actors. You should be looking for
Yeah.
discounts.
I know it. I know at least 5 person on the red team who needed the feedback more.
Man, okay, all right. Yeah. Well
Yeah.
played, sir.
Wow, that's mean. That is mean.
If you can't, like, if you keep spending all your money on paid actors, you can't buy the Kitakami.
Please.
It's not mean if it's
I spent
true.
like 2.5 hours on my Zatchat for that earlier SAT. Let's not go to that again, please.
Only 2.5?
I try to keep it brief.
Yes.
Hey, sometimes knowing what ammo to choose can win or lose competitive games. Source. Me.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Tox.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if you were commenting that one.
I don't think I was. Go ahead.
We had well, actually, the reason we were on the reverse sweep is we'd had a very high fire was shooting HE when he should have been shooting AP in a Salem.
Mhm.
But we gave you more content, so it wasn't terrible anyway.
Yeah. High fire. What team was he shooting for? Playing for?
9. He was on mine.
Nine. Oh. Oh, you're talking about back in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
I
Why
wasn't
is-
giving context for fun.
Why is the Pobeda there?
Sometimes
He wishes to die?
people make dumb decisions.
So the nice thing about Salem is she's one of those ships where you can absolutely just plant yourself someplace and laugh as they all like single fire willy-nilly charge you, which is kind of what they did.
Yeah. And other
Oh my God.
times you get charged by a Vincent and you go next very quickly.
I mean, he almost died to the Iowa.
You wouldn't know anything
anybody
about
of
that,
the
would you?
other people, players shot him at the same time,
Yeah.
would have probably died.
Mhm.
My thing is that the first time you were lit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking from the perspective, if I was on the enemy team,
Mm-hmm.
I would have shot you the second you were lit. You wouldn't have turned out in time at all.
I also would have been F3ing you and being like, guys,
Oh, dude,
shoot
my
this dude.
entire team would have nothing on their mind but you.
Or why
so
is this
that's
guy
one of those
spamming
turn
something
a
in
bit
chat?
and then shoot. It's just that like 2 or 3 second pause. That's the little things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my like high level comment. Just
That's
be
why
careful
it's
with that.
random battles. Yes, just be careful that you don't let
You
it.
don't know who's on the enemy team.
Yep. And especially bad players. I find bad players can actually aim quite well.
Yeah.
They're bad players for other reasons. So don't make them look good.
They can't make decisions, but they can probably point and click. So
That's right. That's right.
Sorta. They'll have the
Sometimes.
basic mechanics down, like angling and aim, but then
Yep.
use you see their position, like, what the
positioning and
hell are you doing?
rotations and knowing what's next. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a lot of nuances in this game. So-
we love
Yeah.
the nuance.
Basically, their overall game decision making is not very good.
Yeah, they're
Although
working
if
on
you
it.
if you are helping them along the way, you can make them make good decisions.
Or just put them in a
Not
CV.
quite in randoms though. Randoms is make the decisions for them.
Put them in a sub or a carrier. There you go.
Yeah. Then you
All
never
right.
have to worry about.
Um,
That
subs
Georgia
subs
just
are
threw
such a
away the shit.
non-issue. Like to this day, seeing people complain about subs just makes me laugh.
Hujam.
Whoa.
Hujam, hold
Uh,
pause. Hujam, thank you for the replay. I need to close this one out, and we need a title for this replay.